And welcome back to another episode of the Sweet Shots Podcast. Lucas Johnson alongside Mark Johnson and Chuck Johnson, back for another episode 12. Gents, I think it worked out pretty well around Christmas. We ended up not taking a break, so Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Filming, I guess kind of filming this, taking this on December 27th. I'm already jumping ahead here. December 27th, 2 days after Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, Chuck, I guess I didn't see you much. How was it for you?
Wonderful Christmas. Yep.
Good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Christmas.
Great to spend time with family and friends and at the in-laws, traditional day on Christmas Eve, and had a blast. And Christmas Day, blessed to be with you guys and the rest of the Johnson clan.
Yeah, we had some fun Christmas Day. That was good.
That was really good.
We're starting to get into a habit now, or I guess the mode now with me being engaged, going over to my fiance's now for Christmas Eve. This is the second year that that's happened. So that was just split time between families. Always fun. She's got a great family. Always tons of energy. Good times. But yeah, Christmas Day we had some fun times between the Johnsons.
Right, as fun as our in-laws are, we all have fun in-laws.
Yep.
Do they play that horse racing game the
I was
way
gonna
we
bring
do
that up.
at Chuck's house?
Yeah.
This is legendary action.
It is. I mean, it is nonstop. I mean, I don't know how long we played that for, but you could go on for hours with that horse
We
racing.
played a couple hours. If I remember right, LJ, you were the big winner.
I was. Yeah, we did one final hurrah, one final race.
Horse 10 was the hot horse for the
10
first
was the
15
hot
10.
races.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yep, horse 10.
Although the last race, I think it was 4. Took
Yeah,
it.
it might have been.
Because I had 2 of them.
The makers of that game they were brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dice game for those that aren't familiar with it, but it's a board and you have plastic horses.
Horse eye.
Horse
Yeah.
high.
There's fillies out there getting ready to run, and you roll the dice, and that's your horse. If it rolls a 10, the 10 horse gets to move up, but it's all based on probability. So
Right.
it kind of reminds me of playing craps a little bit.
I was going to say
Yeah.
the way that people cheer and get excited is very similar to a crap stable.
Yes.
Well, and you start by playing cards, right? You
Yep,
you
it's all
divvy out the
dictated.
cards, and
Yep.
that dictates which horses you have.
Right.
And it's just dumb luck. And
Complete
then you
luck.
scratch the first 4 horses. You just roll the dice, and those are the horses that happen to be scratched.
They pull a Matt Kuchar. They don't even tee it up.
They don't even. Nope. They hurt the hoof coming to the starting gate.
Yep.
So they're out. And if you had those cards, you got to throw those cards in. But then the beauty of it, right, is if you roll that die and that horse was scratched, you got to throw money into the kitty.
Yeah.
So that pot can get pretty good.
We had a large pot the one time
We
because
did.
what was the numbers scratched? There were like 7, 8,
Yeah, the big
and,
numbers.
and 5. I mean,
The
Because
most common rolled
most
numbers
common
were
rolled
scratched.
numbers
Yeah.
were not racing, so that
Yeah.
was a good time. And yeah, I mean, you get guys hooting and hollering, cheering,
High-fiving.
high fiving,
Yep.
tears. There's probably tears going
Yeah.
on.
And I've seen it where it's been made into a drinking game as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if every time you roll a scratch horse, instead of putting money in the pot, everybody with that card had to drink.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying that same pot that got pretty large, that could have been a pretty intoxicating race.
Yeah.
Had we been playing for drinks.
So, but those are fun traditions.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure
Good
those
times.
out there that listen and you probably have your own traditions, but that's kind of a modern day,
Mhm.
card game. I remember growing
That's
up
right.
and sit around.
Yeah.
The old people would be playing cards. Well, we're kind of doing that, but it's
Yep.
with more gambling.
More
Well, they were
gambling.
gambling then too, I suppose.
Well, and the other highlight of the tradition, we're talking family traditions, is now we all bring a gift and we do it first letter. And today, this last year was the letter M.
Mm-hmm. For Mark.
For
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
So the gift had to be an M gift. And then we had a certain denomination, right? And it was kind of fun. Then you go around the room and you could steal. And LJ, I'm looking at you because you had a gift that was coveted.
Great gift. Yeah.
Scratch offs, Minnesota scratch offs.
You got a koozie in there.
Yep.
You got, or
Yep.
I guess a mug. I don't know what you want to keep it with the M's.
I went with the gift that was the heaviest by far.
That
was
funny.
I
That was
targeted that guy.
good. You went to weight.
Weight. And I had 2 gallons of milk and 3 boxes of mac and cheese from Alex Clever.
That is very clever.
Yep.
I like where his head's at there. I know my gift that I brought was just a giant mug. Mark, I think you walked away with that one. Just a giant
mug. That'll make it to the sandbar this summer at the lake.
Yep.
That'll be a perfect sandbar.
Great for keeping drinks cold.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect for that.
Yeah.
And then how about Kate got the scratch off and parlayed that into $100?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, little stocking stuffer.
That's a nice.
I'm coming around to the scratch offs ideas for, a little stocking stuffer because as a gift, it's a couple bucks.
It's a gift, a chance.
But the person's gonna have fun scratching off, maybe win like Kate did.
Yeah.
A couple $100. That's
pretty nice.
Good time.
It was a stretch as an M gift, but it was the Minnesota Vikings or the Minnesota Lottery, so I figured I was covered either way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was we had some fun.
It's good time.
Along with Christmas, it was the first time in a while because Christmas fell on a Sunday. We had NFL football on, and I know we're a golf podcast, but we touched on some fantasy football last week, and due to another week of no golf, right, where January 5th, I believe, is Tournament of Champions, let's talk a little bit fantasy football, because I know it was a big week for all of us sitting here, I think, going into what is playoffs now.
Yeah, I lost. I'm done.
You took the loss.
Done. I go from a team that in one league was number one seed. In the other league, I was just feisty.
Scrappy.
And done. Just done. It's just like that. Season's over.
Tough weekend for you.
Yep. Guys didn't show up.
And I was the team that beat them in that one
league.
I
didn't know that.
Yeah, we had
I'd like to think you didn't beat me. My team lost. I think I had like 46 points going into yesterday. I mean, it was just
my team is
terrible.
built for cold weather. Whereas Mark's team, they look great in August, during preseason, September, October when the sun's shining. These boys, once it became December and it was cold, my team was ready.
Yep. Some teams are built to play in December. January, mine wasn't.
That's tough. And see, I'm in the toilet bowl because my team just didn't want to show up till the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. My team was 80s, 90s, low 100s all year.
Uh-huh.
I started 0-4, and then I scraped together a couple. I think I went like 7-2 the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
My guys found some traction, and then the last 2 weeks I put up 146 and 132 respectively.
Did you really?
Yeah, like two of my highest scoring weeks in the toilet bowl.
So you're winning and winning.
I'm winning, and I'm onto the toilet. I can't figure out how
of the toilet.
Yeah, it's the lower.
But it's something.
It's something. Something to take pride in.
I had a chance to play. I'll just back up and just set the narrative. A chance to play Mark in the semis only because I beat Chef Aaron's team by like 0.8.
Ooh.
And his defense got him -1.
He would have been better off not starting his D.
If he had no defense, he would have beat me. That hurts.
That's a rough loss
really,
for Chef. For the chef.
Sorry about that one. You better be careful what you order around here.
Yeah, no, I spoke my piece to Aaron. I think he's okay. I think we're in a good spot.
Nobody's taking it that serious.
No.
To your point, Mark, it's all luck. You just never know.
It's luck. Or lack of luck.
Lack of it. Yeah, it's stuff. I mean, I think it was kind of interesting having it almost felt like a Thanksgiving vibe with football on Christmas.
Yeah.
But not that there's anything wrong with it. I enjoy it. Just sitting
usually
around.
Doesn't basketball kind of have the
basketball's Christmas?
Like this is our day. We're doing, and it was on. Basketball was on, but I didn't watch any basketball.
Neither did I.
It's all football.
Yep.
Yeah.
Football's on. I'm watching football. It's something special's got to be happening.
Yep.
With the Wolves or something for me to watch basketball.
It's a lot to ask. It's a Minnesota sports team. I don't know if you're going to get a lot out of the Timberwolves.
No, they're under 500 again, and so
they were supposed to be pretty good.
Remember the time, Chuck, you and I drove down? It was like Kevin Garnett's rookie season.
Yeah, they were playing Houston. Akeem Olajuwon.
Yes, Clyde the Glide Drexler.
We're not going to miss this opportunity.
So we get in a car. We drive down. It's probably 7 o'clock tilt.
Yep.
And we drive down to the game weeknight.
It was like a Thursday.
It was, it was 1996. No, yes, it was.
Okay.
And we drive down to this game and we have nosebleed seats.
Yep. Because we got a system.
I said, well, let's just wait and see what seats are open in the lower bowl. You know,
Classic. I
the
love
first
it.
half.
Yeah.
And then we'll go down. Well, it's go big or go home. We see couple seats, 4 seats probably.
I think we were 2 seats behind the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 4 seats.
Oh, sorry.
There were, but it was like those seats are open. We were 2. There was like a row between. There was the bench, the players.
Yep.
A row of people, and then us.
Yes.
And we watched the second half of the
You
game.
just walk in like you own the
Well,
place.
Mark had a great idea. And I don't know if we should give this up because we don't want everybody listening to follow this process.
Yeah.
But we'll say, because we care about our listeners, order a nachos and a barley pop in your hands.
Yeah.
And you look the part walking through because your hands are full. The nice individual ticket holder or checkers are just going to let you go, right? Because you went up there to get your snack and you're coming
Hands
in
are full.
Hands are full.
And you got to make eye contact, give them the nod,
Give 'em the
and
nod.
be confident.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look the part. And we did.
I love it.
If you're like sliding in from behind a pillar,
Trying to sneak in. Yeah. They're going to
That-
sniff that out.
yeah,
Right
they
away.
sniff that out.
Yep.
But but your hands got to be full.
Yep.
I would even
Yep.
put one in your arm, pin a beer in your arm, hold one in your hand,
Yep.
and have the other hand nachos.
Just no chance for you to get that ticket.
no chance, no chance. And
This worked.
it worked. I mean, it's sometimes. I mean, you can't go to an All-Star game. You probably can't go to the Super Bowl and try that.
But
on
KG's
Thursday,
rookie season against
Thursday night.
Olajuwon. And if you Google search and watch the video, do Kevin Garnett or KG, like, what's it, 30-second clip? Rookie
Yep.
year. It's the highlight.
Yeah.
Mark, keep me honest. He dunks on one end,
He dunked like a monster dunk, runs back to play defense,
swats one.
swats one away, fast break.
Yep.
He runs the floor, he gets the ball,
Yeah.
and dunks again.
It was unbelievable.
You guys are at this game?
We're at this
Yeah.
game. We're
Court-
basically
courtside.
listening to Olajuwon and Clyde talking on the bench. It was a close game. Did the Timberwolves end up?
I don't remember.
Me either, but it was entertaining.
That
We were
sounds
right
like
there.
a great game. Yeah.
That sport is pretty amazing up close. Hockey's that way too. You get ice next to the glass at a hockey game.
The speed at which they're operating.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Basketball is that way too.
Yes, it was.
You get close to the court. It is amazing. Now, as far as athletes, we could debate. I do think they can't hold a candle to a hockey. Hockey, you have to learn a whole different mode of transportation before you can even play the sport. Basketball, you just need to be tall. But they are fast, athletic.
You
It
just
isn't-
need to be tall.
well, it helps.
There's no
Certainly does.
coordination.
Certainly does.
Have some coordination. Some of the tall guys didn't even have to dribble. Honestly, Bill Russell, do you ever see that guy bring the ball up the court?
Never.
That's what I'm saying. So just being tall has its advantages, but yeah. So I don't know how we got on that. Basketball and Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they have great ratings when it's the only game, but with football on, I bet that took a
tough
big
to
chunk.
Yeah.
Well, football had both. They had Christmas Eve and Christmas Saturday, Sunday. There's
That's right.
3. Oh no, there was a bunch of Saturday games, wasn't there?
Yeah, a lot of Saturday
5.
games, 9 games maybe, and 3 on Sunday.
The Vikings with another
Just keep winning.
heartbreaker. Not a heartbreaker, but just pulls at your heartstrings.
stopper.
Yeah, heart stopper. That's a good way to put it. That's
11-0, 1-score games, NFL
Unbelievable.
record.
and then they get blown out on their losses.
Yeah.
That was a battle. That actually, so they played. They played Giants, and that was a battle of 1-score teams because the Giants, their record's
I
like
saw that too.
8-3-1 or whatever,
Yeah.
and their 1-score record is like 8-2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, the parity in the NFL is unbelievable. I mean, you have a few teams right now that have probably separated, but Philly and probably San Fran, although Dallas beats Philly, but Hurts wasn't playing.
Yep.
I would say those are the 3 best teams in the NFC, but any team can beat anybody
That's
any
right.
given week.
Yep.
But I don't expect much from my team in the playoffs.
You're not seeing it?
We've been there. We've been on that ride.
I'm invested. It's been entertaining. Probably one of the most entertaining, other than maybe like 98.
97, 98. Yeah.
When they just
15-1.
just beat everybody by 30. This has been very, very entertaining. So if you take it at face level
That's
or face value,
Yep.
this has been great.
Absolutely.
They win in the playoffs, bonus.
Agreed.
No guarantee to that, but
To win?
I mean, in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
Well, that's
we
what I'm
just-
saying.
yeah,
I'm not
man.
even expecting it.
yeah.
No, you're
That's
just
the beauty.
You're going to lose at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
the Packers or something. I mean, it's going to be terrible.
Well, they got
And then
the
that's
Pack
what
next
we'll
week,
remember.
and
I know, but the Packers,
Yeah.
they're going to win that game, and they're going to get in the playoffs. It's
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, and it's the Packers, so you know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to get in
Yeah.
the playoffs, and they're going to end up beating the Vikings. Packers are going to end up in the Super Bowl. They go from 4 and whatever to in the Super Bowl. You watch.
Take that back.
You watch. It's just karma, Kramer,
On the NFL's rigged.
and it's rigged.
Storyline.
Did you guys watch
Is that
the
what you
game
mean?
last night?
Yeah.
Did you see the ref? So this day and age is 2022, 5 days away from 2023, 4. And this is how we still measure first downs. We have a ref subjectively watching where this guy gets tackled. And it was a Chargers guy, caught the ball, clearly was right on the mark, first down. As he proceeds to jog out, so as a wide receiver caught the ball, he was tackled and moved back about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. As he proceeds to jog out to get the ball, he doesn't keep the line of scrimmage. He kind of veers towards the guys because he's talking to him, and then he proceeds to stop. And you could watch the video replay of where he was standing on the sideline versus where he marked the ball was 1 yard back. Clearly 1 yard back.
So they still give him the first down?
Marked him short, but then they threw the red flag.
Yeah.
And upon the challenge, it was first down.
Yeah.
But coach shouldn't have to throw the red flag in that if the ref just simply holds the line. But again, it comes down to how he marches out onto the field to place the ball. That's how we're doing first downs this day and age.
Yeah.
Come on. There's got to be a better process.
Well, you see during the World Cup how they decide their offsides and all that stuff.
I didn't watch 1 second of the World Cup.
They are they're using computer generated images to see where all these players are at in real time. And they're like, if your back pocket's hanging out and you're pulling back, that's offsides. Or if your hand crosses this plane, right? They've got these.
This is real?
Look it up. And there's soccer balls in them. They got GPS strips and chat trackers and all this stuff.
In the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought that they should do in a football. Is they should have sensors on the end of the ball, but you probably maybe in the center of the ball too. And it'd
Then
be
you
simple.
know where it is.
You know where it's at.
Touchdowns,
There you go, Mark.
first downs. Yeah. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million
Out of
idea.
bounds.
Well,
Why
but you
wouldn't they
can't
do it?
that?
Yeah.
Because it's the NFL's fixed.
Yeah, they
Takes
wouldn't
it
want
away.
that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want that.
I mean, the Vikes have been on the wrong side of that
Well,
a
that's
couple
why we
times.
know it's fixed.
Yeah. How about they just keep going down. The only image that's playing in my head right now is when the ref tackled Harrison Smith or whatever.
It's a great tackle.
He tackles better than some of our guys.
It was a great tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like a beeline.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Refs are doing their best. I've refed.
Are they?
I've refed. It's hard.
I want to know what
It's
workout.
That and do
regimen
they
these
need
guys
to be
are.
65 years old?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the shape they're in now? That's what
Some
I
of
want.
them.
I
They had
want to know.
Achilles
Well,
in shape,
yeah.
but
He's retired.
not all of them. His son's now.
Yeah.
But there needs to be an age limit. These guys keeping up with the 20-year-olds, not happening.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And then,
interesting.
hey, and then let's go there. Now we have female football refs.
Yes.
Now they're mostly working line judge stuff.
Yep.
And its speed isn't as a necessity, but I would think it's still important. I mean, you don't want your largest elderly male in a position on that field to have to keep up with the receiver to be able to tell where did that person go out of bounds.
Yep.
So just athletically, wouldn't you want your fastest? And maybe some of those females are.
I think based on
Or
the
faster.
2 females I can think of, they look a little quicker than the 65-year-old guy.
Okay. So as long as they can do the job,
Maybe that's why they're there.
I could see. I mean, they've got
for their
to.
speed.
They've
their
got to
speed.
keep up with everything. They got to They got to start doing some computer stuff.
Take it to
whether
the
it's in
next.
whether it's in the ball or whether they're using lasers for line to gain. If the
These are
laser
$1 million decisions.
Absolutely.
This guy wandering a half yard back and setting the
Big.
ball down, it's more than $1 million.
Yeah.
You have players' contracts, players' bonuses.
Yes.
You have ticket sales for playoffs. I mean, you could argue it's multi-million-dollar decisions are being made by the guys in stripes.
It didn't play out this. You're right, Mark. It didn't play out this way because Chargers ended up ultimately winning at the end. But a call like that keeps. If the Chargers lose, they may not make the playoffs.
Right.
To your point, Mark, that's huge.
Yeah, they got to shore this up.
Maybe they'll be listening.
Okay.
Yep.
We've solved
Yeah,
that.
there
Okay.
you go. All right, there's
What's
our.
on your list next, LJ?
Well, tell you what, we're going to take our break a little early here today, because then we're going to start getting into some the worst gifts golfers can receive over the holidays, and get your guys' thoughts on that, because I think there are a few in there that I'm like, I'm going back and forth on if I'd take those or not.
Okay.
And we can have a good laugh about it, and then we'll get into some more golf talk there, because we didn't even touch golf in the first half of that. So there's what we'll do. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
This segment brought to you by Sweet Shots Golf Leagues. Our winter leagues are starting January 8th. Men's League, Open League, Ladies League. Make sure to check it out. Go to our website. You can sign up through sweetshots.com. Those outdoor leagues are a blast. Make sure you don't miss out. Sweet Shots Golf Leagues this winter. We'll see you there.
Love it. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun time. Starting 2 weeks already.
Yes. And we made modifications to the heaters.
We're
we
ready
have
to
some,
go.
We have some challenges. Anytime it gets to 15, 20 below zero,
Right.
like we experienced last week. I mean, you don't want to go to the grocery store when it gets that cold, let alone come out here and hit some golf balls. Yeah, you can try. But, just make sure that the community understands we're doing the best to heat this up as much as we can. But when it's record tying lows, sometimes you just maybe want to play indoor simulators.
Sim golf.
Sim golf is fun too. There's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with that
Absolutely.
at all. So we're working on it. And, these temps, now that they're 10 degrees,
Well, it's beautiful.
it makes
out
a
there.
world of difference.
It's beautiful. Out
All of a
there.
sudden, it feels great.
Yep.
Get a sweatshirt. It's-
Guys are out there in sweatshirts today.
Yeah.
Hitting. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
it's great.
Hey, we got to tell a quick story.
Okay, yeah, we're going back
This-
to own it.
the-
Act like you own it, right?
The
State-
arena deal, act like you own it.
Yes.
I'll set this up. So back in the day, I used to help Rick Westra out. Rick is a photographer, among other things, very talented gentleman in our community. Rick and I have known each other forever, and he would do photographs and video of the state high school tournament.
Yeah.
Hockey, Minnesota
Big
State
deal.
High School. So he had me one year. I'm perched in the mezzanine level, taking pictures of pressing a button remotely anytime a puck goes near the goal, and it was a camera over the top of the goalie, and I was taking those pictures. Anyways, for him, but he got me up in the press box at Xcel Energy Center, which is it's up there. It's pretty cool.
That's way up there. Yeah.
But we got up there once, and he showed me how to get up there, and I went to another game with some guys, and I said, guys, let's go up here. And I got up. You just need to, at the end of the game, the game was over, just pretend like you know what you're doing. And we went up there, and you get the wild media packet and stuff like that. It's pretty good. The game was over, didn't matter. Well, that leads to a game that you and I went to.
That's right. Yes.
And go ahead, you can take it from
Great game. I mean, I don't even remember who the Wild are playing, but we're into the third and midway through third, and Mark's like, "Hey, I got an idea." I'm like, "What? You ever been up to third level, the press box area?" I'm like, "No. How would I ever get up there?"
Why
He's
would
like,
I get
follow me? So again, back to the just own it and look like you know what you're doing. So we are walking the hallway, and he goes, "Oh yeah, here's the elevator."
How many beers did you guys have in your hands?
Not many.
None. No, maybe one. I might have had the one. We walk in, and this elevator is marked VIP, media credentials only. This is how it's marked. I'm like, "Mark, what are you doing?" "We're taking the elevator." I'm like, "What?" Door opens, and there's a gentleman whose sole job is he sits on a stool, and he's like, "Hey, what floor are you guys heading to?" And he pushes the button. I'm like, "Oh no, we're busted."
He's in a suit. He's
in
like
a
in
suit.
an elevator manager suit.
He's the guy. Yep. So Mark, we walk in. "Hey, good to see you. Yeah, we're heading up to the media floor, whatever that is. I don't even know."
Yep.
Top floor.
Yep.
And I thought, well, he's going to kick us out of here. And he's like, "Hey, no problem." So we go up a floor.
This was after the game, though.
It was right at the end.
Okay,
Yep, right at the end of the game. Yep, game had just ended. We go up a floor, and I think, Mark, we even went down a floor with him because we were talking, just BSing with this guy. "Where are you from?" Blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the guy's like, "Hey, tell you what, boys, my shift's done. I'm out of here. Have a great night." And Mark's like, "Okay." So door shuts. We go up a level.
I'm sitting on the stool.
No, Mark's sitting on the stool. He goes, "Hey, just act the part." All of a sudden, media type are getting in. Mark's like, "Hey, enjoy that game. What floor do you guys need?" We're working the elevator now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was
Full
like a
on.
Kramer deal.
Mark's the worker. All of a sudden, he took over Xcel Energy VIP
The elevator.
elevator.
And that was fun for about 5 minutes.
It was
like
up and down. And then we kind of like, okay, our shift's done.
let's go grab a beer.
It's
Oh, my
classic.
goodness.
No, I think, those doors opened, and I was kind of shocked to see somebody in there because I think for the high school tournament, nobody's in
Nobody's
that
there.
elevator.
Yeah.
And I just kind of went, hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're heading back to the media.
Yeah.
Like we'd been there a dozen
All day.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day. Yeah. Heading back up to the media center. All right, boys.
Yep.
And I think we did. We went down first, and then he's like, I'll tell you what, my shift's over.
Yeah. Have a great night, boys.
Have a good one.
Just classic.
They got to work on their security.
All right.
Well, you gotta walk in like you own the place.
That's right.
Be amazed which way is it going. Yeah, I mean that's always, those stories are great. I remember the one with your guys' dad, grandpa at the Phoenix Open, walking into the suites on hole 16 there, just flip the pass around and walk in like you own it.
I've got some Masters stories we'll save for another time
There
too.
you go. Masters week. Those would be good.
Yeah. Dad was the master of
He
the
just didn't,
Masters.
Just sneaking in,
he didn't care. He's just like, what's the worst they're going to say?
get
Get
out.
out of here.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay, gift giving.
Okay, yeah. Let's. I mean, now
what are you
it's a
teeing up
season-
now?
So it's season of giving gifts.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And coming from golf people.
Yeah.
You tell people that you enjoy golf,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they latch onto. That's what they want to get you for Christmas.
Okay.
I've found a list of about 11 things that have been classified as the worst things to get as gifts from people.
Okay.
Now, if there are worse ones, or if you've received worse ones, it's one of my favorite threads on Twitter from No Laying Up, is people show what they've got as their golf gifts, because people just don't understand what golfers necessarily want all the time. And so I found this list. I thought it was pretty funny. And then there's a couple on there that I thought we'd, if you guys are like, no, I'd actually like that, we'd talk about that.
Okay.
So I got 11 worst golf. First, they kick it off. This is from Golf Digest. They kicked it off with themed or personalized golf balls. Now, personalized to me means like initials on there. You get your initials.
Yeah.
And if you get the right kind of golf balls, I'm okay with it. It's usually good dozen golf balls that go a long way.
Yeah, themed balls though. I don't want somebody to give me, University of Kansas logoed balls or something like that. It's like,
Right.
But yeah, if it had my initials on it, I'm okay. And it was a good ball. I'm okay with that.
Good ball. Good. The
Yeah.
ball quality makes
a
gift.
deal.
Yeah.
I think on
I
here
would
they've
agree.
got golf balls with emoji faces.
Yeah. No.
Not so
Probably not going to.
not for a golfer, not for a serious golfer.
Back in the day, Mark was kind enough to give me his golf balls with his initials on it, MWJ.
Yeah.
And I would play those.
Mm-hmm.
And I played them in a lot of pro-ams with Mark. The best was we were playing a particular golf course, and I hit a few astray, and the group behind us, there was a wait on the next par 3, came up and they're like, Mark,
Oh no.
your ball was so far off the fairway on this one, but here it is. And he's just looking at me like, you idiot. I put those balls in bad places all day, and it has Mark's initials on it.
Yeah. Well, that was him growing up too
That
at
was- I was
Fargo
just
Country
gonna
Club.
say,
I was
yeah.
giving him balls, and
Yeah.
these balls would be. I'm like,
Everywhere.
I did not hit it left on 17.
I did.
Trust me. I haven't even played golf this month. How is there a ball out there with
Right.
my initials on
Yeah.
it?
So anyway,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. What's
Real-
the next one?
So this one, when I saw it, I immediately thought of Grandpa, because I think that would have been funny for him. But golf ball finder classes, and if you've ever been to the not the dentist, the optometrist or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they get your eyes dilated, and then
Yeah.
they give you those silly glasses that go over
Yeah,
the big
I'm
ones.
with you.
Yeah, they look like that, but they're tinted blue, and they're supposed to help you find golf balls in the rough.
In the rough?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, maybe for like if you're buying something for your dad or grandpa or something like that, they might
Yeah.
appreciate that. But your average golfer, not so much.
No.
I
No,
thought he
no.
was going to be like, help you find it in the water pond.
Well, maybe.
Because I have the extender. My boys ridicule me like they know I'm old.
Well, because that's on the
Because
list now too. I think
I
that's
have one in
next.
my bag.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, ball
There you go.
retrievers.
It's the next
There you
one.
are. Ball retrievers.
Dang straight.
that's an okay gift, you think?
Heck yeah.
What's wrong
It's
with
a
the
gift that
wedge?
keeps on giving, Clark. What?
What's
no,
wrong with the
because I
wedge?
hit it so far into that hazard.
He needs the
The wedge.
extender.
Yes, I have one. I make a haul. I know you guys are too good to have one in your bag, but at MCC, I'm pulling those babies out left and right.
Well, I get golf balls for free, so I've
That's-
never owned
that's
a ball
true, too.
retriever in my life.
All right, la-di-da.
But
Good-
I see your
good
point.
for you.
All right.
This one I'm actually like, if you're a hardcore griller, is kind of cool. It's the golf barbecue grilling set. It's all your grill tools, but with a golf grip on them.
They're saying this is the worst gift you can give a golfer.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
there's a couple of them where it's just like
that.
there's a grill cleaning brush. There's like a skewer deal. Obviously, do you call it a spatula? Is that the spatula?
Yeah, something
what
like
do you call that?
Yeah,
flipper.
No, I like that idea.
It's not a bad gift actually for a golfer. I mean,
a hamburger flipper shaped like a wedge. I mean, what's wrong with that? These are supposed to be worse gifts.
Okay, so far I'd probably take 3 out of 4 of these.
Right. So next one, they've just got the example of a bad golf tie. I think it's maybe just bad golf.
Is that Homer Simpson on that tie?
Homer Simpson thinking about pizza and going, slice.
Clever, actually.
I think in the right setting, that tie would be fantastic.
It would be pretty funny. These are supposed to be worse.
Golf. Okay.
I don't think I would ever wear that. I guess in like attire as a whole, I think there is bad golf attire that when you receive it, you're like, well, maybe not.
You're right.
But
yeah.
Then you got, so this one I audibly laughed when I saw it because I believe we've got about 5 of them in our family. The fake hair visor.
Coach Johnson had those all the time.
Dad wore it.
Dad loved that.
Yeah, the fake hair visor.
Yeah.
Surprisingly warm.
It looked good on Dad.
Surprisingly, what do you mean? You got a dead raccoon on top of it?
That's true.
I mean, you find the right color. These things look, you could pull it off.
The minute Augusta's selling those in the gift shop, I'll start
wearing
them. We should have some down here at Sweet Shots. Maybe we should.
Of the 3 of us sitting here, the one person that needs them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd totally wear that.
Get you a little more coverage. Keep you from getting sunburnt on
Guy
top.
Fieri look.
Yeah, it is.
That's what Dad had.
So then next up, you got score counters. So clickers. Beads.
Yeah, that's a bad gift.
Don't do that.
Score counter.
Maybe a beginner if you got a kid or somebody that could benefit from.
We're not doing score counters. They can various forms. Club Pro guy, if you guys follow him, he's all about score counters. Got to have a good score counter. Cigar holders is another one. Now there's cool ones that you can put in on the on your golf cart. Clips on the side. I've seen those on there. Not a bad idea if you got a guy that likes to smoke a cigar on the golf course.
Sure.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I personally don't. But next up, you got the trick golf balls. Any of them. The exploding, heavy. I don't know how many. The remote control. You seen the remote control ones?
I haven't.
There's a clip where someone got a remote control one out on a putting green on a practice round in front of Rory McIlroy, and he got mad and threw it in the water.
Rory did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think a serious golfer's falling for
the trick golf
ball because you're looking at it. It doesn't look like a real golf ball. But you're a guy that might play once every 3 years. Definitely a candidate to get
needs a golf ball.
Yep. Tricked on the Phantom golf ball.
I'd be a big fan of the exploding golf balls.
Yep.
Those are funny. I like those. Then it's got a golf tees, but you can never have too many golf tees. I mean, you just, depending on quality and all that stuff, you see the gimmicky ones that are like add 10 yards because it's a 0 friction tee or whatever. Whether or not that's actually true, I don't know if that's.
Those don't work?
Back in the day.
The brush tees?
The brush tees, yes.
Yes.
Then the tees to give you incentive to keep your head down. Remember what those were? It was the derriere of somebody.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. You never saw those?
No.
Naked lady tees?
Yeah, I mean, it was
an
incentive to keep your head down.
Yeah.
All right.
Then some but not all head covers. I think head covers would be a great gift, again, if you get the right ones.
Iron covers or?
0 iron covers. Do not get iron covers regardless of who you are.
That's what I thought was going to be on the list.
It would be for me. That would be like 1A.
Yeah.
Like don't.
Yeah. There's some worse gifts than that.
Right.
Like iron cover would be one. I don't know. Like iron cleaner, like a brush.
Oh yeah.
A brush. I like a brush.
You like a brush. It's
you like a brush?
Based.
I do use a brush. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How about any other is there like training aid stuff that you look at and go in the industry where you're like, nah, don't be getting
the
that.
Medicus driver.
Yeah, a bad training aid should have made the list.
Yeah.
Something from Kevin Costner was that movie where he's got stuff
He's got
hanging
everything
from his,
hanging from his head.
a bad training aid should make the list.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's
but they
fair.
tried. They tried.
They did, yeah. And I think my overall point, I think, as golfers, Christmas is a really tough time if you don't have anything else going on, especially around here. Now, with Sweet Shots, it's a little different. But whatever you get golf related, you have to wait 6 months to use it.
Usually. Not anymore. In Fargo.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But like growing up, because my birthday is December 10th.
Yep.
And then you got Christmas, and I was all in on golf. And so I think one year I got a new set of sticks. I'm like, well, I'm going to put these away for
You gotta
6
come
months.
to Sweet Shots.
Now you come to Sweet Shots and gets me used. So
You could wear them out before the season starts.
that's right. Might need new ones. Yeah. So for those that might have got a couple new golf gifts over the Christmas season, coming out with Sweet Shots, give them a try. Heaters are on.
Except for the ball. Although they could reach from second floor with the long ball.
I was thinking that, Mark.
Just
Heck
practice. They could practice scooping balls out of the
Scooping
snow.
See how it works.
You might
Absolutely.
might end up paying them if they go out to the snowbanks.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. New meeting of snow team. Bring your ball retriever.
Your new ball retriever.
For every 10 balls you pick up, you get a free hour of golf.
Oh,
No.
my goodness.
Every 100 balls. 100
There
balls.
you
Did I say
go.
10?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Boy.
We're about to be giving out a
Call
lot of
Chuck
free
to
gifts.
book your ball retriever seminar.
How to by Chuck.
The how to.
So there's
First
some
extend the
there's some
arms.
bad gifts, bad gift ideas. Now white elephant gift, you could make that work. But moving on here, gents.
Yes.
You know, we don't have golf this week, but next week we do. So we'll cover that next week. But
Yep.
looking ahead, this is where golf's really going to start kicking off again. My question to you guys is, what is your favorite non-major golf tournament to watch?
That's easy for me.
Easy for me.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I thought it'd be a little hard.
Waste management for me.
Okay.
Oh.
I wrote down 2. And then the Players Championship in March at
Sure.
TPC.
They're definitely
I like those.
marketing the
Mm.
players as a
Yep.
as a fifth major kind
I
of
like-
deal.
I like those. Mark?
Yeah, Pebble.
Oh,
You're
yes.
a Pebble guy.
I just
Yep.
love watching Pebble that time of year. It's
Sure.
February.
Yep.
You're kind of really getting, man, I
Mm-hmm.
can't quite see our season from here, but Pebble.
But you get the.
Pebble.
I mean, it's the first like noticeable golf venue, right? I mean, it's Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
You know, when you ask people, you know,
That's
what do you
fair.
do for golf? Where do you want to go? Pebble Beach is up there on a lot
Yeah.
of people's lists, and so to watch that, yeah, I could see that.
Just familiar with the course.
Yep,
and
that's
I
fair.
watched that since I've been a kid.
Mhm.
You know, they don't do much with the celebrities anymore, but it was just kind of just a tradition that I enjoy.
So the waste management this year is February 8th, 9th, something like that, I believe.
Mhm.
Right around the world, or Super Bowl is also in Arizona.
Oh yeah, they got a big month over there.
Yep, that week.
Mm-hmm.
Show on the road.
Is it the
It
same
is.
week?
Pretty sure.
Usually waste
I'm
management.
almost positive. I know that February 9th is waste management.
So we could Google that. Yeah.
Yep. That,
I think I have it.
yeah.
What's your favorite
February
tournament?
9th.
Yeah.
February 9th for the Phoenix Open. So, Mark, I'm going to go a week before
Torrey.
you and go to Torrey, the Farmers
Ooh.
Insurance.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kind of
too.
the same reasons that you were saying. You're familiar with the golf course, having played there before. And to me, that's when I feel like the season kicks off. You start getting that. I mean, that's late January 25th. And that just feels to me like that's the first golf tournament that I can recognize and being like, yep,
Here we go.
here you
Okay.
go.
And you know, it's Jim Nantz. That
Right,
has a lot
yeah.
to do with it. Jim Nantz. I think it's CBS's
CBS
first
coverages,
coverage of the year because I don't know if NBC has Hawaii out there.
That
maybe.
sounds right.
Both the champions, the tournament champions, and then Hawaiian Open.
Yep.
But having Jim Nantz calling that from Torrey Pines, and then the
Just
next week
kicks
he's
it all
at
off.
Pebble.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, beautiful spot over there, and it's a golf tournament. It's a long course. Plus, you got stuff that you got the morning wave affects the afternoon wave
Yep,
and all
yep,
that
yep,
stuff.
yep.
I mean, I just think it's a really solid golf.
We're going to
tournament.
be red hot come DraftKings.
by that time.
Oh, yeah.
We are making
all
money.
this stuff was warm up.
Yes, it was.
Silly season, we like to call it. Silly season.
Silly season.
Now the game
Serious. Let's get
starts.
serious here.
Now we roll. All right. What was the next question?
Well, I think we kind of framed it where we're looking at where we want to go go play golf.
Mm.
You know, we're
In 2023?
2023. So actually, before that, let's do the favorite spot that you had play golfed in 2022. Had played golf in 2022.
Your favorite round, favorite course?
Favorite round 2022.
Oh, that's pretty simple. I played like not that many times.
Play
Me
many
too.
rounds.
I played 3 rounds. Does virtual golf count? Because I played St. Andrews and Pebble Beach here.
Quite
That's
well,
pretty
too,
good.
I might add.
Yeah, I played 3 rounds. My favorite, LJ, you were a part of when winning a tournament.
Oh yeah,
At MCC.
Scramble victory
That's what we do, Mark.
Yeah.
representing.
We
I
brought
was
home
thinking more of the
hardware.
golf course. You're talking more of the experience.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, favorite round. Isn't that what you
Favorite
said?
round.
Favorite
okay,
round.
That's my
That would-
favorite round.
That would
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
Your other two were probably at Moorhead
Nope.
Country
I
Club,
had
though, weren't they?
1 round additional at Moorhead Country Club, and then the other one was Maple River. That's the
Okay.
extent of my golf this summer.
You know what? And I was injured, so I didn't play much golf after May. But probably my favorite round of golf was my competitive round match play down at Southview Country Club, where I won my first match in the senior match play, and then I
That's right.
had to withdraw after that.
Okay.
I was there for that match.
Yeah.
That was good. That
Yeah,
was
you were.
that
Were you
was-
on the bag?
No, I
No.
couldn't be on the bag, but it was following along. You played some good golf.
Actually, it
For-
resembled golf.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty solid.
I think I
I-
made a bunch of I shot like
You had 2 or 3
72
birdies. I
73.
think.
Yeah, it was. No, I think there was 1 birdie
Oh, was there only
between
one?
the two of us.
Oh,
I think
that's tough. I
I
take that
parred
back.
him to death. But
That's
sometimes
good.
that's all it takes.
Yes.
Anyways,
Well, my favorite round, I had a few more to pick from. You would think the easy choice is going to be down in Florida, but honestly, I really, really enjoy Edina Country Club.
yeah,
I think that golf course they keep it in such a great condition, and the style of the golf course where you get the greens that kind of bleed right into the tee boxes. I love that style of golf course. And it was a good memory. I qualified. That's where I got the chance to go down and play in the national assistants. So I love that. Minneapolis Golf Club's a close, I'll call it third because Florida was a gret time. But so I had a few rounds to pick in there, but I really enjoyed Edina Country Club, and anytime I get to go back, it's a really fun time. Great golf course, mix in some drivable holes with some longer ones. So
Edina, that's not where you and I took it to
yes,
Dad and Mike Stolman, is
yes. Before
Classic.
the Packer game,
Classic.
we're down. They press roll all this. No, they're up. They're up through 15 holes.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you and I do a little. Well, why don't we press? You guys
Press
accept a press? Yeah. I mean, they were up 60 points or whatever. It
They're
was,
creaming us.
And all of a sudden,
Come to a par 3.
you make birdie.
Rolling a 10.
I make par off a tree, and
Yeah.
those guys make bogeys, and all of a sudden,
Yep.
you guys take another press, or can we roll? And
Yeah.
17, we beat them again.
Yep.
And they're still thinking they're up by so many that it's not going to matter.
Yep.
In 18, I think Stoltman's playing it from the driving range.
He was.
it's out of
Apparently,
bounds.
no, apparently. Oh, back then it
Now
wasn't.
is.
Yeah. You and I striped it right down the middle of the fairway.
I somehow made a par
Yep.
on that hole, and we end up the match is over, and they're like, "Well, how did it end up?" They're thinking like we still owe them.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, you guys owe us like $5."
Yes.
Oh, they about came unglued.
They did.
They went from being up $30, which was a lot of money
Right. Yeah.
for those guys, to down $5.
Just buy us a beer at the game, guys.
It was a quiet ride to the Metrodome.
Yeah. It was great. That was a
The
good
old
time.
Metrodome.
Yeah, Edina is a great course. You tend to play well on those, Minneapolis Golf Club you play at, Rush Creek. You play anytime you go to the cities, you seem to play well. So congratulations.
Good.
on that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fun.
Thanks. Yeah. No, I hope to play some more golf next year. That's kind of the ultimate goal here, and
Me
definitely
too.
get the itch once the new year starts. So, how about going forward? Whether it's bucket lists or just places you want to play in 2023. I don't know if you got 1 or 2 of them in there, but
I have a bucket course and I got a course. You want to go first? You want me to go first? You go.
Sure, I'll go. I played 3 rounds. I want to keep it realistic. So, having been out west years ago, I think my boys would enjoy going out and playing Hawk Tree, followed up by Bully. So, I'd like to do a road trip
Yeah.
and play those two.
those?
Now, some have said Red. Is it still Red Mike? Is that the
Yeah,
other
links
course
to
out?
North Dakota. Yep.
I don't know if that's worthy of a road trip deal or just keep it to those two, but for sure those are the two I want to get out, and you guys are welcome to join us. But,
Oh,
but
thanks.
with the boys, I'd like to go out and play that next summer.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep.
That'd be good. And that's where I went bucket list. I'd love to go back out to Pebble and make a trip and play Pebble and a couple of courses out there. But realistically, I'd like to go play Red Mike, Links to North Dakota.
Have you played it?
No.
Never played it.
I've been out there and, to Bully, not like it's right next door, but as long as you're out there, you should get up there. Some say it's their favorite of the three.
Okay.
It's supposed to be gorgeous.
That's what
Just
I heard.
absolutely gorgeous.
LJ, have you played it?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I haven't played much golf in Western North Dakota.
Have you played Bully?
Oh gosh, it was like 6. I was 6.
You did birdie the 15th hole, though.
Is that par 3?
That par 3.
Nice.
I think you chipped in from behind the green.
All I remember, my only memory from Bully is that our tee time was delayed because they had to remove a rattlesnake from the first fairway.
That's the thing that freaks me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first time out there, I asked the gal, what are the chances we're going to see a snake? I was out there with Noisen and Deutsch and Ben. Oh, no, this time of year, no. It was like late May, early June. Nah, no. We drive up to the first tee, and there's a bull snake going across the first tee.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? I haven't even swung a club, and I've already seen a snake. I was freaking out.
They're harmless. Bull
snakes?
Yeah.
Unless you back them into a corner.
No, I don't think they're not poisonous at all.
No, I know that.
Venomous.
Yeah.
They can still bite you.
I'm not an expert.
Snuggle me to death.
So
how about when we played, Mark, you went to pick on.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we take a bus load of guys out to Bully.
That's an idea. Let's do a sweet shots
Sweet
bus.
Shots
Yeah.
bus.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yep, we'll do that.
Okay.
Details to come.
Yep.
So we go out there. We're on the second hole.
Check the website.
We're playing with our buddy John Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And John dubs one. I'm walking up the left side, and he dub one's in front of me. And it was May, so it was a warmer day, and the snakes love to come out and sun themselves on the cart paths.
Beautiful.
Because it's warm.
Great.
On the cart paths. And I'm minding my own business, going walk to my drive, and all of a sudden a ball comes whizzing right across me and goes into the long grass.
Yep.
And so I get a spot on his ball, and it's in the long grass, and we don't want to lose a golf ball out there. So I'm still walking towards my ball, but I got an eye on that, and I know I have to avoid a bunker. There was a bunker out here, but I don't want to, because all the prairie grass looks the same.
You can lose it.
So I'm really fixated on that particular strand or bush of grass, whatever. And I'm walking, and I get up next to the bunker, and I'm on the cart path now. And I was going to reach down, and there was a stick on the cart path, and I'm still looking at the grass. And I was going to pick up the stick, and I was just going to point it right at that blade of grass, so then I could go get my ball while you guys are going to come up.
Yep.
Then I'd be able to go, hey guys, it went in. Just look at where the stick's pointed. That's where the ball is. Genius.
It was really.
I go down to pick up, and I'm still looking at the grass. I go down to pick up the stick, and it moves.
Yes, it did. From a distance, I watched this unfold.
Oh,
I don't know. I would have been.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I had to have jumped up.
You did.
Bill Kent was on the tee box ahead of it, and I didn't know he was doing this signal. He was doing this, and I didn't know what that. He goes, "That's a universal sign for snake."
Universal, right?
I didn't know that.
Bill was giving you the heads up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, we watched it unfold. We're like, "Oh my god, that was a snake!" You should have seen him jump and run.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
Made birdie.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, you did.
Made
I think we
birdie.
lost John's ball. Thanks, buddy.
We never found it. So my understanding, don't let that keep you from going out to Bully. The bull snakes are harmless. They're like a gardener snake, but bigger.
A lot bigger.
The bite might hurt, but there's no venom or poison.
Yeah.
That would do
That's the
damage.
rattlesnakes that you
The
described.
rattlers.
Yeah.
If you've watched 1883,
Rattlers.
you do not want to get bit by a rattler.
They'll let you know though, right? They rattle before they do anything.
Yeah. So go into the grass with the club.
Mm-hmm.
Or just hit fairways.
Or hit
just
Simple.
exactly.
So
how about
quickly,
yours?
So yeah, I've always wanted to go out to the links because guys have done it. They've had a great time. But that's not what I had down. I had 2 more. They were semi bucket list. One was a real bucket list, and one was kind of more like, well, if the time's right. But bucket list, I need to go over to Ireland, Scotland, and play over there. Doesn't matter where. I just got to get over
I'm
there.
coming with.
Okay. See you there. And then semi bucket list would be I actually want to go out to Sand Valley and play. I like
Where's Sand Valley?
Wisconsin.
Whereabouts in Wisconsin?
The sandy part.
Yep. In the valley of sand.
West, north, east.
I don't know where.
Just
can look
on
it
the
up,
list,
but
and you don't know where.
I've talked to people about it.
Yeah.
And then I've looked up and I've seen the pictures.
Is it out like by
really
Kohler,
nice.
where the beautiful courses are, and they play the
I
rider?
think it is a Kohler. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Isn't it?
We could Google it.
Anywho.
Google. But
Yeah,
Sand
that's a
Valley.
good. Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
It's kind of that resort golf style, but closer to home.
Okay.
Not going out to the coast. So that was my two.
I like it.
My two there.
We're gonna do. Sweet Shot's gonna sponsor a trip to Ireland, and we're gonna. My friend Tom Dolby is the new PGA director of golf, general manager at Detroit Lakes Country Club, taking over for longtime professional Mark Holm, who retired. Tom is known for putting together fantastic trips to Ireland.
Let's do it.
So we will join forces with him, and
Great.
and
Let's
we'll put
absolutely
something
do it.
together. Matter of
Well,
fact,
and-
it's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
it?
Tom!
Happy birthday, Tom.
Hey, happy birthday, Tom. Could we partner with Mode Travel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Although Tom's got some connections over there. He's part Irish, I think.
Okay.
South St. Paul guy.
Could see that.
Maybe Italian.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe we put together a trip here. Those are some fantastic courses. I'm excited for that. Mark, it looks like you got maybe as a parting gift to our listeners, ways to improve our golf
Exactly
game.
right. Exactly right. So we can't give you much for you're not going to make money DraftKings this week, but I can give you 3 things that you can do to your golf game that will guarantee help lower your scores next year. We're all trying to shoot lower scores.
Guarantee.
it.
I will say, anytime a
guarantee.
golf
Ooh.
professional guarantees something, you know it's legit because you don't guarantee a lot.
This is a very certain way to lower your scores in
Okay,
golf.
you walked
This
it
next
very,
year.
very certain.
Very certain. I mean, it's guarantees strong.
Do
It
it
is.
right, and it's guaranteed.
You do, and I want you guys. They're all good, and I want you to rank which ones you think is the best,
Okay.
second and third.
Oh,
okay?
I like this.
Let's do it.
So these are not in
This
any
is fun.
particular order.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Number 1.
Uh-huh.
This game is they say drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Get yourself off the tee box this year
Mm.
and invest. If you don't have a driver, invest in a driver, in a new driver. If your driver's more than 4 or 5 years old, get a new driver
Mm-hmm.
and practice your drives. That will add enjoyment to your game. Chuck, you were going to say something.
And get custom fit.
Yep.
Yes.
Going through this experience, I'm one to speak to this. I just did this.
Yep.
So I had the old Ping G3 that apparently is old. Didn't know that.
25 years old.
It was something like that. And I just upgraded to the PXG this past season. And I had LJ help me to begin with. And got custom fit with the right shaft, the right club head. My misses are 25 yards further.
It's
It's crazy.
It is
Seriously.
crazy. And if you're out there and you haven't experienced that, I'm telling you, get a driver. Get fit for a driver.
There you go.
That
we do that here.
instantaneously will improve your game.
Love it.
I
So
like it.
could I guarantee it's going to improve your game? Almost.
Pretty
If
much.
your driver's
So-
older than 4 or 5 years,
Yes. The
yeah,
technology.
I can guarantee it.
Scary how good
I
this
like that's
technology-
one. That's
Okay,
number
that's number one.
It's tough to top.
I know.
Number 2.
Uh-huh.
Number 2. Move up a set of tees.
I like this idea.
Okay. And you might have to swallow your pride or whatever, but just try it. If you're out there and you've been playing the blue tees because your buddies are playing blue tees, move up to the whites. If you've been playing the whites,
Mm-hmm.
every once in a while, just slide up. Not every time, but slide up. You're going to have more fun.
Yeah.
Maybe not every time, but say you're out there with your kids or something, slide up a set of tees.
It's not bad. You know, there's a big push about saving time, right? Not everyone wants to be out there for 4 hours. Well, this is a good way to do it. Move up a set of tees. I think it's going to be a tough sell for a lot of people, but I can get behind that.
Not every time, but every once in a while.
I like it.
Nobody
You
says,
are going to have more enjoyment because now the bunker that you're always in, you're going to end up being by it.
period.
So-
So scores should be lower as long as you're chipping and putting doesn't fail you.
How about for our lady listeners? Because I know we've got some out there. What do you recommend? I know they're playing reds. Even slide up, just throw a ball down at 200?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Tee it up in the beginning of the fairway on a par 4.
There you go.
Have some fun. There's unless you're posting a score for handicap purposes, but who cares?
Yep.
Go up there and or throw it down and on the par 4s from the 150 and the par 5s from the 200 and
have some fun.
Start making some. You do that for juniors. That is a great way for kids to start getting the taste of.
I love that.
I can make a par.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a par 5 from the 150. Let's go.
Love it.
I love that too.
Okay.
That's really good.
So, and then the last one,
Mm-hmm.
the last one is take a golf lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be on anything. You can talk to an instructor and say, I just want to hit the ball better. I'm not looking to revamp my golf swing. I'm not trying to make the high school team or try to get on a pro-am team. I just want to hit the ball a little better. Spend an hour with an instructor. I guarantee you it's going to help. If you've never had a lesson before, if you have a consistent problem with the slice, or you consistently top the ball, or whatever it is, get a golf lesson because they can straighten you out. Yeah. We can do that. We're trained in straightening people out. And you're gonna whatever the fee is, $100 for a lesson. You're gonna get that back in enjoyment.
Yep.
On the golf course. Trust me. So those were my 3 tips.
I
love that.
3
Mark.
really good ones. And in terms of what you asked us to do in ranking them, that's it's a tall task because all 3 of those, like you said, I can see where you're coming at now, where you're almost guaranteeing because it should. I think getting a fitting. We talk about the driver. I think that's got to be my one because if you hit your tee ball and you're either in a bunker, or you're in a penalty area, or you're 20 yards in front of you, no fun at all.
It's much more fun to be in the fairway and longer.
Yeah,
sure.
And
it
sometimes
compounds the enjoyment.
You could almost combine 1 and 3, where it might, because I've done some fittings that kind of turn into a lesson anyway.
Yeah,
because we're not going to give you, like, if you're ground ball in this thing, I'm not going to put you in a $500 driver just to ground ball it 5 yards further.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the driver fitting or driver and lesson up 1 and then moving up a set of tees. I think that's a great idea too, because that's, like you said, it's just more enjoyable. You're going to start carrying things you haven't carried before.
Yep.
Find more fairways.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are 3 really, really solid ones. I like those.
I do too, Mark. I kind of group mine. I'll go order. You asked what's the order. Number 1, I think for me, it's golf lesson. And why I think so is this time of year, we can still do lessons, meet with that pro. We've got the facility here that one can do that. Get right. Maybe you're new to the game. Make sure you're swinging the appropriate way. Or if you're like myself, been playing the game for a long time, kind of get reset.
Yeah.
So I'm swinging the right way. Then I would go number 2, driver. Go in there for that fitting, where I'm coming in with a little confidence that I'm at least swinging the right way. 3rd is really no investment per se, just something you can do to enjoy the game a little bit more.
Yep.
When you go out
That's
there,
a good
and I
point,
love
too.
that.
It's not an investment.
No.
You're not having to dump a bunch of money into it.
Nope. But it's that pleasure component, right? I think of where I play at Menards Country Club. I'd love to move up tees especially on the backside. Just experience that game, those holes a little differently would make it a lot more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
It's a great idea.
Plus, you're turning 50 in May, so you're eligible to play those 4 tees.
You don't even 50.
You don't even have to make
I don't
up
know
an
what it
excuse.
I want to get back into this game.
See, I just
love
ruined it
that.
because now it's like this. The age is the determiner for what tees you play.
No, you're
just
right.
go play whatever tee you want to play. But you did it in kind of chronological order too. Come get a lesson. Winter's a perfect time. You touched on it.
Yep.
I think it's a perfect time to, if you're going to make a change in your game, winter's the time to do it.
Do it
because you're
during
not
the winter.
worried about what your buddies are going to think as you're trying this new move.
Yep.
Take a lesson.
Now you got time to
work on it.
solidify
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect time to do that. And
So-
then get your swing down, get a driver.
Yep.
Thanks. There's almost a kudos there. Thanks, Mark. One thing I thought of, just being here and watching you guys, you and Jim Bigelow, because this is your world, right? You guys are golf pros. You have the knack just to simply watch an individual hold the club and know this is either going to be good or bad. And I've watched each of you guys on the tee line as our guests are out here. And it can be somebody that's never swung a club, as simple as just getting their hands in the right place on that golf club. And all of a sudden it became enjoyable for them, where they're making contact and it's going somewhat straight, right? Or the individual that play a little bit of golf and it's always slicing. Mark, I've seen you do this where you just do that correction. Or a buddy of ours on league night, that's simple correction. All of a sudden he's pounding it right down the middle. So I think our venue allows for that here. Of you guys do a nice job of walking through, and when people want a little pointer, you're willing to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just going to say that was the same night you ruined. That was Todd Noisen, right?
Ruined or groomed?
Ruined.
Oh.
His fantasy football hopes by jinxing his
same night. So I helped his golf game, but I think
you kind of felt bad because it was like 30 seconds into the game and you jinxed his quarterback.
ACL
done for the year, and you're going head to head.
So then at least he can help his golf game.
You did.
I did.
So
yeah, no, I enjoy it. I mean, my big thing is you got to get the ball up in the air, and that's when you start having fun, when the ball's up in the air. And yeah, people get excited over that, and it's fantastic. I absolutely love it when they do. So yeah, I love that list. I think feel free to pause and go back and listen to it again, because it's those three things important as they get.
Simple too.
Very simple. And like Chuck mentioned, not going to break the bank on one of them there. So
no,
even a lesson's not going to break the bank either. So
well, and if I'm a listener, LJ, and I'm interested in a lesson during the off season, how best to get connected with you guys?
So we've got all our contact info on sweetshots.com. So under the Golf Academy tab, it has all our programs, my contact information, Jim Bigelow's contact info. And then if you're on site, if you're in the facility, we've got some great cards laying around. Fill one of those out, gives you contact info, what you're looking for, and we'll reach out to you and make sure you get taken care of. So just simply ask Bay Host or Guest Services, whatever your point of contact is, and we'll get you taken care of, because that's what we're here for. And we want to make it enjoyable here. And part of that's, I guess, simply getting the ball in the air.
Yep. And one thing, you guys know this world, how often should we re-grip clubs?
It depends on how much you play, really.
I know we do that here with Boothie down there. Is that something you would recommend every other season? It depends.
Great time of year to do it now as well. So that you're ready to go come season. I think it depends upon how much you play, but it'll make clubs feel brand new again.
Yeah. Well, now too, with the oversized, the different types of grips that one can get, could make a big difference, right?
We had someone, they had arthritis, and now they make grips to help, not necessarily combat arthritis, but it makes golf a heck of a lot easier with the bigger grips.
Yeah. And you can even, if you slice it a lot, play a little smaller grip. If you hook it a lot, play a little larger grip. There's ways to kind of work with a person's game as well with the grip size. So, we do all that here. Dave Booth is of course, he's been a past guest on here. Yep. He is the master down there. So, anybody's looking for any club repair, any grip, now's a great time to do it.
A great time.
I think I'm a little disappointed, Mark. Your top 3 items didn't include a ball retriever in your bag. Should have that in your bag.
It was for lower scores. It's how to lower your scores.
If you're searching for golf balls in there, it's not a real low score.
Yeah, just because you find the ball in the pond doesn't mean that it's not a penalty. You still have to take a penalty stroke.
Oh, that's all the time.
I thought if you found it, you didn't have to take the penalty stroke. No.
Take it.
Oh, shoot.
Take it. Well, there's your little holiday gift from us here at the Sweet Shots podcast. Thanks to Mark for bringing those up. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Again, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Got the videos up there. So we'll be back next week, and we're actually going to get into some fantasy golf again next week. So excited about that.
A new year.
New year. Yep. Have a safe and happy New Year, everyone, and Merry Christmas. We'll catch you next time.